Hi Dorian, it's your Auntie Shannon again. I want to read you another book. This one's called Housekeeper of the Wind. Ready? Eula kept house for the wind. She's sweeping the floor. In autumn she swept away crinkly leaves the wind brought in days after blowing. In the winter she kept a fire glowing in the fireplace to melt the snowflakes in the wind's frozen face. In spring she collected lost kites the wind had tossed and strung them into a clothesline. And in summer she gathered the fragrance of meadows the wind had left in the cottage and put them in bottles to sell at the market. But one very hot summer day, the wind left only the smell of dry grass in the room. No one would buy this to dab behind their ears, complained Eula. She went outside to lay down in her hammock. Wind, blow me a breeze, she said. The wind blew, but its breath was hot as sand in the sun. Go away, wind, you're no help at all. The wind turned into the poplar, the wind rustled, the wind tussled. The poplar and the wind murmured together. Be quiet, Eula grumbled. That's the tree, the poplar tree. The wind turned to the gate. Crick, creak, crick, creak. The gate and the wind swung back and forth together. Be still, snapped Eula. The wind banged out the yard and shut the gate. Bang! Eula went into the cottage and shut the door. Slam! Eula and the wind were very angry. The wind piled black hot clouds above the cottage as high as Eula could see. Oh dear, said Eula, the wind is brewing up a storm. Eula, Eula, called the wind down the chimney. Blow away, said Eula, I'm angry with you. I'm angry too, roared the wind, rattling the windows. Eula covered her ears and turned her back to the rowdy-dowdy wind. I'll make my own hullabaloo, she hollered. She grabbed her broom, swish, swish, swish. Eula swept up soot from the old campfires and sand from the far shores. Eula swept out the fluff from the dandelions, the petals from the pansies. Look what the wind blows in on a summer day, she muttered. Eula, cried the wind through the crack in the door. Let me in. No, wind, I've just cleaned the house, and you're too windy. You just get the dust entangled in the curtains. The wind wailed and pounded the rain on the roof, and Eula didn't listen. She washed the windows instead, because that's what you do when the wind is howling. When all her clearing was done, Eula opened the door. No wind breezed in. It was quiet outside. The wind had stopped storming. The air was cool. The wind had blown away the hot day. Eula was sorry she had been angry. Oh dear, said Eula. The wind's gone away in a huff. What will bring the wind back? She climbed up the stairs to the attic and opened the trunk marked The Wind's Playthings. She pulled out the wind chimes, a windsock, and a kite as blue as a summer's day. A kite is just the right thing, she said. She reached back in the trunk and pulled out 6 ribbons, each one as long as a rainbow. I'll use these for the kite's tail. Do you see them right there? Eula took the kite outside and ran back and forth with it across the meadow. The kite bumped on the ground behind her. That won't fly, called the wind from high in the sky. I have to try, said Eula. She set the kite on the fence and began to blow at it. But only the rainbow tail fluttered. That won't go, the wind gruffed. Ha ha ha, ooh, look at her blowing at the kite. The wind's laughter lifted the kite off the ground. "I made this kite for you, Wind," said Eula, "to say I'm sorry." Eula let go of the string. "Thank you, Eula." The wind blew, and the kite soared and soared and soared, and it became a piece of the sky. And Eula walked into the cottage, and the wind blew through the open window, and the scent of rain on wild roses filled the room, and the wind whispered in Eula's ear, "For you." Because Eula was the housekeeper to the wind. I hope you liked your story, Dorian. I'll see you soon.